Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. That's how Darrell Waltrip used to kick off every single race. And if you've ever been to Bristol, you know exactly what that means. The rumble in your chest, the electricity in the air. There's nothing like race week at Bristol Motor Speedway. And today, I'm going to give you the inside scoop on what it's really like to live in Bristol during race week. Not just now, but also what it was like in its heyday, 10 and 15 years ago. That's when I was growing up, right next door to the racetrack. My name's Matt Pendleton, and I'm a real estate agent here in the Tri-Cities along with my wife Andrea. Together we help families from all over the country move here and find their home in Northeast Tennessee. But before real estate, I was just a kid who lived right beside the Bristol Motor Speedway. And I'm not exaggerating. I grew up a half a mile from the Bristol Motor Speedway in a neighborhood called Apple Ridge. My family's yard, well, we turned it into a parking lot for every single race. We have cars in the yard. We'd see people literally start a tailgate in our grass. So when I talk about Bristol, I'm not just talking about a racetrack. I'm bringing back memories, and I am talking about my old backyard. All right, so let's kick this Bristol journey off. 10 years ago, Bristol's two big races, the Spring Food City 500, and now the Bass Pro Shops night race, which is now in September. It used to be in August, were absolute sellouts. I mean, one of the hardest tickets to get in all of sports. We're talking 150,000 to 160,000 people crammed in to this giant coliseum. And that doesn't even account the amount of people that drove but couldn't get tickets. Every street, every yard, every open field within miles would turn into a campground or a parking lot. Traffic, forget about it. You couldn't even go to school the day before the race. You could barely move around town. Restaurants were packed, hotels were booked solid, and the noise didn't stop until the last holler rolled out. For us locals, it was chaotic, but it was exciting and it was fun. And for a lot of us, we look forward to it because this was our town and our event. Fast forward to now, and race week is still one of the biggest events in all of NASCAR. But it looks a little different instead of a guaranteed sellout. Today, you'll see anywhere from 70,000 to 90,000 fans, and that's nothing compared to what it used to be. Still massive by any standard, but not quite the shoulder-to-shoulder crowds we used to see in every single seat. What's changed is the experience. Bristol's leaned into fan entertainment in a big way. You've got the fan zone with live music, tailgate parties, interactive games, even phone parties and concerts leading up to race day. It's not just the race anymore. It's almost like a full-blown festival. As far as moving around town during race week, it's become substantially easier. The spring race, school doesn't even get out on the Friday before race weekend anymore. So, if you live near the Speedway during race week, you're going to see some difference, okay? But for a lot of the town and a lot of the community, you'll really have no idea it's even going on. The largest inconvenience is when they shut down traffic the hour after the race, just to let people move and to let those fans get out and get back to the interstate. As for the neighborhoods that used to turn into parking lots during this, it doesn't really happen anymore. With half the amount of people, the parking is typically limited to the racetrack itself and the immediate surrounding neighbors beside it. You know, this is total speculation on my part, but we saw this year. Major League Baseball came and played a baseball game inside of the Bristol Motor Speedway. You had the Atlanta Braves and you had the Cincinnati Reds come, and you had close to 90,000 people show up for that event. So with racing starting to see a decline in entertainment and the want to watch, we're going to see the Bristol Motor Speedway become something. I can't imagine they're going to allow the largest coliseum in the United States of America, the largest sporting venue, to sit empty. So you saw that happen with baseball. What could that mean for the future of people living there? Well, even during the race now, you're able to, if you live on that side of town and in many other parts of town, rent out your house for visitors who want to come. You're also able to rent out your house for like the baseball game or the drags. So if you buy in Bristol, you could have the ability to potentially rent your house out as an Airbnb for those large events. So that could be a plus or a con. That's up to you. Good news is, if it's a con, you just don't have to do it. But right now, we're not seeing nearly the attraction of people for the races that we used to. So who knows what happens in the future, but I think that's something that we could definitely keep in mind. For me, it kind of comes full circle. I started out as a young kid parking cars in my mom and dad's yard, watching fans from all over the country come to my hometown. And now, as a real estate agent, I get to help families move here and experience the community for themselves. Bristol Motor Speedway, it's more than just a track. It's a part of our identity. From the roar of race week to the glow of the speedway and lights, this place defines what it means to live in Bristol. So whether you're a diehard race fan or just someone curious about life here, one thing's for sure, it's Bristol, baby. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and drop a comment with all of your favorite Bristol memories. I'd love to hear your story. I'd love to help you if this is a place that you'd love to maybe see. Could this place work for us? So, thank you.